Hello, I'm Joseph Napier Sr. Please come along with me as we celebrate 100 years of quality health care in the Cleveland Clinic. Pictured in the middle is Dr. George Washington CRILE with the white hat on there. Here's a picture again of Dr. CRILE in his civilian attire, looking rather dapper if I say so myself. Dr. CRILE, Dr. William Lauer, and Dr. Frank BUNTS and Dr. John PHILLIPS would go over and serve during World War I over in France, to be exact. They left on May 6, 1917. World War I lasted from 1914 to 1918. Here is a picture of a corpsman administering emergency aid in one of the many trenches over there. Doctors here are working under battlefield conditions. The humble beginnings of the clinic on Euclid Avenue. Cleveland Clinic opened its doors to the public on February 28, 1921. Here are pictured are nurses in the early 19th century in their attire. May 15, 1929, fire consumes the clinic on Euclid Avenue. 123 people are lost as toxic smoke fills the hospital. Toxic yellow-brown smoke. It's said that people even on the sidewalks collapsed from the smoke as well. There's a picture of them taking out one of the last patients. Buried at Oak Hill Cemetery in Youngstown, Ohio, Cleveland Clinic nurse Edith S. Morgan is buried here. It's said that she ran back in the hospital after she got out to safety and called her parents and told them that she was safe, but was overwhelmed with service and ran back into the hospital to help pull out patients. Was overcome by the smoke and died on that day. The Cleveland Clinic rises from the ashes of the fire. Here they build more buildings and purchased 5 houses. They got money from a local philanthropist, took out a couple business loans, and they were back in the hunt, if you will. The hospital adds to its campus here. You'll see some more pictures. It's one of the early surgical hospital operating rooms, as you see there. Cleveland Clinic is always refining and improving. There's a picture of a doctor and nurse during the late 50s, if I'm correct. A legacy of teaching and learning, if you will. Learning and teaching goes on. Employees at Cleveland Clinic can continue their education tuition free. Cleveland Clinic today is a picture of signage stretching across one of the skywalks, if you will, bridges across Euclid Avenue that pays testimony to 100 years of service. Cleveland Clinic is a ray of sunshine for people looking for quality medical care. People make up the Cleveland Clinic, as pictured here. Numerous pictures I illustrated here to let you see who are and what is the Cleveland Clinic. People are. Advancement in technology comes along all the time. Cleveland Clinic doesn't shy away from technology, inventing it, engineering it, and purchasing it. Cleveland Clinic. This is a Cleveland Clinic Tuscan Center where I received my cancer care. I was met at the door with a red coat. I was good to go. I didn't need a wheelchair myself, but they offer services to anyone in need and gets people to and fro, as pictured here. Above there, you'll see a welcome sign is mentioned and written in different languages to all who enters the compound, if you will, that comes in. Here's a waiting room at the Cleveland Clinic. This is one of the many, many facilities, as Cleveland Clinic has 173 facilities all over the world. You walk into their hospitals, you'll see people from all over the world working there too. People from France or England or Dubai or wherever. They're all represented at all the Cleveland Clinics all over the world. Diversity is always looked at and appreciated. Here's a sign here that says, safe, stay away from everyone. Bed transport, as they took me to my colon cancer surgery, if you will, where I got a clean bill of health. The doctor said that he was able to get everything, using, of course, the latest in technology. In tribute to nurses everywhere. Here's a picture of nurses here. They're not clad in their old-fashioned white anymore. There's a lot of different shades of blue and teal and colors like that marks modern nursing, if you will. Cleveland Clinic, West Palm Beach, Florida. There are 5 Cleveland clinics to be exact in the state of Florida. Patients first, from a glass of water to an extra cup of gelatin to an extra pillow or anything in between. Patients first. This is a picture of the Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital pictured here. One of the most grandest hospital in their facilities, if you will, as their 100-member. I said 173 all over the world. They're always innovators in technology, as always said, investigating anything from cancer to any other element and all those elements. Team concept has always been number 1. Physicians took lessons of teamwork, organization, and trauma treatment that they learned on the battlefield in Europe and brought it back to America. That was the humble beginnings philosophy of the Cleveland Clinics. Food service at your service. I was a cook in the Army and the Navy myself. Here's one of the Cleveland Clinic hotels, believe it or not, Cleveland Clinic hotels. Here's Cleveland Clinic of Las Vegas. Check out the architecture on this one. And it'll take a shot as you'll get to see the inner workings of that building too. Look skyward there. Remember, people make up the Cleveland Clinic. One of the many clinics there in Cleveland. I think it's one of the ones on the original campus there, of course. Housekeeping are professionals as well, as they're getting the hospital operating room ready for an operation. This is the picture looking down onto the main corridor of this facility. Cleveland Clinic, Akron, Ohio. Formerly Akron General Hospital, to be exact. Cleveland Clinic makes a habit of coming in and making acquisitions, if you will, of hospitals if they can, and then transforming them into their philosophies and ideas. Cleveland Clinic, London, England. Here, this building was purchased by them, and that's Cleveland Clinic, London, England. Cleveland Clinic, Dubai. Here's the skyline of the city, if you will. Here's the signage that brings you in. It says this is the Cleveland Clinic facility, and this is the inner spaces of the facility at Dubai. A great shot here. It really shows off the modern look of that building. And this is one of their many hospital rooms that you saw there. No expense is spared. The original Cleveland Clinic building right here. If you blink while driving through, you might miss it. It's amongst all the buildings that were built around it, if you will. Cleveland Clinic continues to set the bar for quality healthcare, treatment, and services. Cleveland Clinic is poised to serve the public for another 100 years. I am Joseph Napier Sr. I thank you for coming along with me as I talked about the Cleveland Clinic. Cleveland Clinic is poised, as I said, to serve people for another 100 years. Thank you for coming along on this journey, everybody.